and welcome to Love Island The Morning After, the only official Love Island podcast.
And alongside me, Amy Hart, Indiyah Polack, this week we have Ash Holme, presenter and all-round Love Island superfan, aren't we all?
Yep, and we're going to be here every single morning, giving you guys all the latest tea from the night before.
So here's to the girls that have bigger balls than the men.
Woo!
Clink,
Clink to that, absolutely.
Well, what a night, again.
What a night, honestly.
These episodes, I'm literally loving it. You know, like we said before, sometimes that first week takes a while to warm up. But this year, every episode, we're like, what?
It's the definition of club, another club, taxi. It just keeps going.
It keeps going.
Yeah, it's insane.
There's literally just been so much content. So we're on episode 3, but up until halfway through episode 3, we were still on night 2. We were still less than 48 hours into Love Island.
Yeah.
There has been so much content. Everyone is snogging. Everyone is putting their eggs in baskets. They did not come here to play.
No.
Yeah. They came here for love.
In the words of Sagala, they came here for love.
Came here for love. As in, Amy, it was killing me. Halfway through that ep, you went, is this the same night that Joey picked Samantha? I went, yes.
Yeah, it was
and I went,
a
I can't
lot.
believe we're still here.
We're still here, but there's just been so much to cram in.
Yeah.
At this rate, we're going to have to extend the series to 10 weeks just to catch up.
It was also...
Wait, has that ever happened?
Until now.
Let's get people that got other jobs to go to. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just feel like it was Lip City, though.
Yeah,
It
people
was.
were cracking on
From the
fast.
get-go, we were going everyone's lip sync.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Do you know what? I feel like you just got to get on. All of them, like, as a whole collective team, they've got good vibes. Yeah. I feel like everyone has kind of found someone that they want to kiss.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Even if it's a little, like, smoochy, smooch. You know, Joey even said himself, he's a big fan of PDA.
Yeah.
And that villa is a perfect place to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone can see.
Yeah.
Lord knows we know it.
We know
Joey
it.
kisses.
Oh,
Yeah.
My gosh.
He's
a
not
face
kissing,
eater.
he's eating.
He kisses like he's hungry.
Yes, yeah.
He's never tasted lips before.
Yeah.
He's not eaten in weeks.
Yes,
and
starving.
And you can see that.
I'm very PDA.
I am.
Like,
Are you PDA?
I'll give you
I'm
space, but
PDA.
I'm so PDA.
I'm
yeah.
so PDA.
I'll be all over you.
Like, if we were on the tube, if we were on the tube, I'd nick you on the tube in front of people on that.
Yeah, I like that too.
So they both love PDAs. Do you love a PDA?
I used to be quite shy when it came to PDA, but now that I'm more like comfortable in my relationship, I don't mind it at all.
Mine's audience dependent. Like a roast at my nan and granddad's. I'm not going to be like snogging Sam, but I do love like giving him a cuddle and a kiss and stuff.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Like, when my mum and sister come round, I don't touch Dammy at
No.
all. Like, I get so embarrassed,
Yeah.
but like around like friends, I
Yeah.
don't mind, or like strangers, but family
Really?
is a
Yeah.
big no for me.
I've literally got a baby and I'm like, don't try and kiss me in front of people.
Really?
Like, at a wedding, I'll be like, yeah, kiss the bride. Like, yeah, like, it's fine. We've never done anything.
We had
Like,
that
we don't-
conversation yesterday about your wedding. You were like, I don't want to lip sync.
No.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go.
What about you, Ash?
For me, it depends on how much I like the person.
Okay.
As in, if I'm sort of not really, might be feeling it, not
Yeah.
sure, I'm not too fast. If I'm down bad,
yeah.
I'm mounting you on the TFL.
All over.
I was
As
about to
in, we
say,
are-
would you kiss on the tube?
I kiss on the tube, yeah.
All the
I kiss on
time.
the tube.
Yeah.
That's not too bad
No,
for
yeah.
me. It
Yeah.
just stops at my mum's house. You know what? Maybe they are compatible because Joey said that his love language was physical touch, as did Sam. I mean, what are our love languages?
I do like acts of service. I mean,
Nice.
Really?
anyone says they don't like gifts is a liar.
No, that's me.
Yeah.
I don't give a rat's about gifts.
Yeah, but you don't mind gifts.
Yeah,
Oh, no one is going to be like, ew.
no, so honestly, don't buy me a present.
Ew, a Fendi bag. Obviously,
Yeah.
bring it my way.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can buy my own bags.
What about you?
I'm like a straight physical touch girly.
Nice.
I'm that person. If you've not got like one leg on me,
Yeah.
I'll assume that you hate me.
Yeah.
It's
You
that
know what?
vibe.
I agree. I feel like I am all of them, but physical touch is a big one because, like, when I actually think about the grand scheme of things and how I am with Dammy,
Yeah.
I'm always touching him.
Yeah.
Like, I love a cuddle. I like to wrap my legs around him in bed. Like, I just like to touch him.
Yeah.
Anytime
And I love
I've seen
quality
you
time.
two together.
I'm always touching him.
yeah, you two are so handsome.
Yeah.
But it's the nicest thing ever.
Yeah,
'cause I look at it and
I'm
just
so
think,
handsy, and if he's not on it, I'm like, okay, well, what happened at work then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, why do you hate
Why are
me?
you not
Yeah,
touching me this
literally.
evening?
It's interesting because you say about like if your leg's not on me, I'm like, why do you not like me? And I'm a bit like, I love doing acts of service for other people. Then if people don't go like 110% for me, because I like literally go out of my way to do
Right.
stuff for other people, then I'm like, oh, so you hate me.
Really?
Like,
Oh,
when
so
actually
it's the
'cause
same
people
thing,
like are
yeah.
just normal people.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I hear that. It's a tough one. How do you like to show your love?
I like cooking big meals for people.
Oh, I love
like
cooking for people.
That.
going out my way to do stuff for other people I like. And when I first met Sam, he didn't really understand why I have these big parties and why I do Thanksgiving dinner every year. And he now realises I like bringing people together.
I think
love
that's
that.
my biggest one. I love cooking for people. I get really upset at the thought that someone might be hungry.
Yes.
If I'm eating something and like Darren be like, oh no, I don't want it. I'm like, just try it.
Yes.
Just have a spoonful.
Yeah.
Please.
Putting on a spread for my mates.
Yeah.
Is 1
I
million
love
percent
cooking for my friends.
Yeah.
But then all the other stuff, I feel like I don't have the capacity to be like the full access service person because I can't even manage myself. So yeah, you know.
I
that's
see Joey and Sam. I actually think they're really compatible.
Yeah.
From
Yeah.
what I've seen from them tonight, it really makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I feel like Joey's a little bit more mature.
Yeah.
He's the oldest one in there. And I actually get that mature vibe from Sam as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. After that whole situation with Harriett going into the hideaway with Joey, I think they both looked at that situation and was like, you know what? I'm not really here for the games.
Yeah.
It's a bit
Yes.
childish.
Yeah.
And I was actually quite, not taken aback, but like, oh, when Joey was like, you know what? I don't really rate that.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I thought he would have been like, oh, but he
Yeah.
was really like, nah.
I
not
feel like
interested.
we need to unpack that situation
Yeah.
from the off.
We
Yeah.
do.
With a whole new set of Islanders and 8 weeks of love and lust ahead of us, it's about time that we got ready for some spicy fire pit chats and even spicier pre-love fits. Let's give it up for eBay, who, for the 5th season in a row, are supplying the Islanders with a wardrobe packed with pre-love fashion. And, like many seasons before, the looks are, of course, going to be absolutely out of this world. Rocking pre-love fashion, which is better for the planet and your wallet. Well, that is our type on paper. So let's have a look back at some pre-love slays, shall we? First up, that stunning Ella Thomas rat and boa dress that had social media blowing up. Then we've got the gorgeous Versace cohort, first worn by Love Island alumni Tasha Gorey. And last but not least, the iconic I Am Gia mini dress that both Georgia Steele and Georgia Harrison rocked in All Stars. Plus, countless summer shirts and stylish jackets worn by all the boys and girls throughout. So I know where we'll be getting our fashion inspo from this summer, and you can head over to eBay to bag some Villa-inspired pre-loved looks too. Fashion fit for a second chance. eBay, sponsors of Love Island.
When bombshell Uma came in, which we'll talk about more later, when she was snogging all the boys, Samantha shouted down, like, keep your lips shut to Joey, and he did.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bro, them lips are smooth juice, bro.
All the boys were in disarray at that point.
Yeah.
They had no idea. So he went, what do you mean? What's going on? Like, so I'm like, did he keep them shut for his love for Samantha, or did he keep them shut because he was like, what is happening? Or was he like, are they about to put a critter in my mouth
Yeah.
and is it going to be something weird?
Takes me back when I'm a celeb.
I mean, do you think they realised that it was a new girl because they had blindfolds on?
Yes, because they would have heard the other girls
Yes.
screaming.
The
You know,
girls
it's
were-
like you can hear everything in that garden. So they would have heard them going, I can hear footsteps. And then when she walked
Okay.
in, being like, oh my God.
And
Yeah.
probably a new perfume.
Yeah.
Like, they've had a few
Yeah.
like nights now.
Yeah.
They know what everyone's like
I
nightly
think they
perfume
were
is kind of
still
like.
confused though.
What's going
because
on?
all they heard was the girls going feral. You could see they were all like,
Yeah.
wait, what? Like, didn't
Yeah.
know where to put their hands, what's going on?
Yeah.
And it was just the girls not really saying too much, just going,
Yeah. Yeah.
But once again, that terrace scene with the girls is normally reserved for the dinner dates, isn't it? And it's long and it's drawn out. And so
Yeah.
I loved that real like punchy thing.
Straight
Of
away.
she just came on and snogged them all. Like,
Yeah. Sorry, elephant in the room. You know what? I thought Ayo and Mimii were going quite strong, but then we had Uma come in, kiss them all, and then take Ayo to the hideaway.
Oh, shit. Oh my goodness, darling.
Do you know each other?
You're coming home with me.
yes,
Yeah.
you're going straight in my basket. Yeah, that, she did
I
not
don't
care.
even think he glanced up, did he?
No,
He just went.
It was so sultry as well. She lipsed him, lifted the blindfold. He said, juicy lips.
He was
do
in
you remember?
disarray.
And then he went, oh my days, darling. And then that was it.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, he is shook.
But she also said to Joey, didn't she, I'll see you later. But she didn't say it to anyone else.
Yeah.
Do you know what? The more I think about it, the more I reminisce on that entrance of hers.
Yeah.
She was just all guns blazing. I really rate
Yeah,
it from her.
absolutely.
She didn't hold back at all.
How
Brilliant, Bombshell.
terrifying to be like, right, if you can just walk in,
Yeah.
they're all blindfolded. If you just go up and snog them all, then you've got to pick one to take to
Do you know what? I think it's less terrifying that they're blindfolded. Imagine if they weren't blindfolded.
Yeah.
I'd been like,
you're right.
get me out of here right now. Like, imagine you're looking them in the eye and you've actually got to do a dead-on kiss.
Yeah.
The blindfolds help a bunch. The moment these producers be like, get the blindfolds off, go in there and kiss.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
Not
God.
for me.
And
No.
it becomes weird because
You'd have
everyone's
to take
just
me out on a
waiting in
stretcher.
line.
Yeah, like, me next.
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah, it's a lot. But she is 23.
Yeah.
She's single and she's from North London. Liking her vibe. I think she's
She's
gorgeous.
stunning.
As in, yeah, she put the B in bombshell, for sure.
We know that she took Ayo to the hideaway.
Yeah.
Do we have any predictions about who she's feeling, or was she just feeling, fun and flirty?
I think Io and Joey, but I think Io...
He is gone.
What did I tell you? He's
He
gone.
is gone. But do you know what? I'm not mad at it because I want the Mimii in the sense that I really liked her relationship and where it was going with Ayo, but it's too smooth.
Yeah.
It's too easy. And I get the sense from Mimii that she doesn't want to put all her eggs in Ayo's basket.
Yeah.
It's just that there's no one else around at the moment.
Yes.
got no options.
So this is maybe the little push that she needs. Hopefully someone else comes in that she can have a bit of her own time with, because why should Ayo get two bad bees?
I agree.
You know?
He's not Willy Wonka. Like, why are they all flocking to him?
This is a girl's world,
Yes.
you know? Justice for Mimii.
She's the definition of LL Cool J. Like, everything
Yeah,
is just laid back. But
Yeah.
I'm like, maybe this is going to put a rocket up her ass to be like,
Oh, absolutely.
do you know what? If I want a man in here, I have to get it. I have to go get it.
Yeah, she was literally giving daggers.
Yeah.
Like, she was on the top of that hideaway terrace, like,
It made my heart sink a bit, actually, because
It's
her
not
face, it wasn't
nice.
even daggers. It was just like,
oh.
you know, that girly thing when you're just like, oh.
And it's like, in that situation, what can you do? Because it's like, the hideaway is so discreet.
Yeah.
When someone takes someone there, like, you don't actually know what's happening in that room.
It's added a real new dynamic to the series, I think, because normally in that garden, you can hear everything.
Yeah.
If people are up on the terrace, you can sort of hear it slightly as
Yeah.
well, and you can see they've gone up there. But that fear of the unknown, it's like a mini Casa Amor in that you've got no idea what's going on and you can't hear what they're saying, and it's a genius.
And then
I
move.
think
Ayo
it's going to
didn't help.
cause so many arguments
Yeah.
as well.
Absolutely.
Because that real, like, discreetness of it,
Yeah.
it's like that constant, everyone's going to be like, so what happened in there?
Yeah, yeah.
And if people do something that wasn't meant to be done,
Yeah.
nobody's ever going to
Nobody's gonna
know.
know.
Until
Nobody's
movie
gonna know.
night. But Uma has been single her whole life. Do you think
Oh
that
my
is a red
gosh.
flag or a green flag?
I mean, she's only 23. She's quite young.
Yeah.
So I can still say green flag, but a red flag because, God forbid, experiencing your first heartbreak at 23, I'd be out there on a stretcher.
Yeah.
And
Like,
on an island.
an island?
With all of those
Well,
people.
but
As
there's reason,
someone
though.
that went in at the age of 26, having never had a boyfriend before, fell in love and suffered their first heartbreak on national television, I can confirm that Uma is in for a roller coaster ride. She's in for a roller coaster ride.
You're like,
an
I can
intense thing.
confirm.
I can
Emotional
confirm.
damage.
Yeah.
But that is something to
Great
unpack,
therapy
though.
also.
Yeah, I mean, it is a learning experience. I'm
Yeah.
almost like, if you can go through a heartbreak, surely you felt invincible after that. If you can go through that on there, you're like, well,
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Literally, and you get loads of advice because everyone's seen it. You haven't got to regurgitate the story all the time because everyone's already watched it.
already
Like,
knows.
And that's the worst part of having to
Yeah.
retell
Do you know
everyone.
what though? When you go home and you start trying to tell people stories, you're like, oh, it was so funny because this happened. They're like, go no, watch it on telly. And I'm like, oh, okay.
But did you not find as well, like, you know, when, like, for example, if you're like retelling like a cast situation and then you're saying it out loud and you're like, you know what, maybe I'm a bit of a mug.
The giggle afterwards is killing me.
Why did I see this?
Yeah.
Like, am I
Yeah.
actually stupid? Like,
Yeah,
am I
yeah.
silly? But yeah, I guess that happened, you know.
Well, it's like hindsight's
sound
a
too
beautiful thing,
Yeah,
isn't
it
it?
is.
You just don't know until you're there, and then you're like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I should have tried to find it. Well, I did try and find a boyfriend. That's literally, people used to say to me, do you have a boyfriend? And I'd be like, no, but I've just applied for Love Island, so hopefully this year will be the year that I get a boyfriend.
Mate, and look at you now.
Look at you.
Ring
know
on the
what?
finger.
Exactly.
So
You
I'm
know what?
sorry.
You might not have found love in the villa, but it worked out.
Yeah, it changed me as a person.
Literally.
So,
I mean, do we think Ayo and Mimii might find love, even if it's not together?
yeah. I think you always find a love in the villa, don't you? Whether it's with your friends, with yourself,
Absolutely.
or with a person of the opposite sex. But last night, obviously, they had their first out of a challenge kiss. Obviously, we know there are kisses and there are out of challenge kisses.
Yeah.
And they had their first out of a challenge kiss on the terrace. And then Uma came in. So I'm looking forward to tonight, the fireworks. Well, I say the fireworks. I feel like Mimi's going to be like,
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
Mimi's going to be like, okay, sure.
We move.
did you have a nice time in the hideaway?
Good.
Can I show you something quickly?
What are you gonna say?
Huh?
What?
I close my eyes now, and I'm dreaming right where I
I'm giving him 0 stars for that Riz on let me show you something and then pulling her for a kiss. I don't like that one.
To be fair, his other one where
like
he was like, hypothetically, if I kissed you, would you stop me? That was slightly better. That was awful. And that was slightly better than can I show you something?
We've come to the conclusion the Riz needs work.
The Riz needs work.
It needs work.
And do you know what? I feel like he's slacking on it because he's 6'6", and you know what they say about tall guys, and
Big
you're
shoes.
attractive.
Yeah. Get the weather first. Like, what?
When you're
What do they
tall
say about tall guys?
and you're attractive, I feel like you forget that you still need to try in other areas. You can't just Riz me with your height.
Yes.
But I'm not Mimii, but from a viewer's perspective, just hearing him like really excited about that kiss last night and being like, let me show you something. And then watching you go in the hideaway and being like, oh yeah, and oh, your lips are juicy. Excuse me.
I thought that
yeah.
comment was out of order.
Like, you could have
As
kept
in,
that.
He could have been less gassed.
Where was the composure? There was
He
no
was
composure.
Zero composure.
None.
It completely went out the window. He was like, them lips are juicy. Oh my days.
And do you know
I'm
what?
like,
Maybe he's just a nice guy. Maybe he was just trying to make her feel welcome.
You know what? Yeah, that's a good one.
He couldn't be rude, could he? And
Yeah.
say, I'm not going to come to the hideaway with you, unfortunately, with your nice crochet cut-out dress and your big juicy lips. I'm not going to come with you. I'm going to go and sit with Mimii.
Respectfully.
you are a true optimist.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I might have found the one in the villa, but there's only one mobile provider that you should be coupled up with, and that's Sky Mobile. They should be your type on paper because they make it all about me, me, me. And who doesn't want that? Sky Mobile lets you upgrade your phone and plan so you can swap it in for a newer model. You can even do the dumping over text.
You're now single, therefore you have been dumped from the island.
Text PAC to 65075 to switch to Sky Mobile today.
There's also been a lot of drama with Harriet and Kieran in the love square.
Oh,
We'll
God.
come to that later.
Where?
Kieran has told Harriet he's more excited by her, but she's not his usual type. What is your usual type?
A man that's honestly just going to ruin my life, usually. But it's changing.
A toe rag.
Yes, yeah. But it is changing, which is a good thing. So there's growth here. It
Okay.
used to just be like a real head-to-toe tattoo bad
Yeah.
boy that was very much unavailable emotionally.
Yeah.
And now I'm fancying less my type more and more nowadays. So
Silver in your life, just slightly less tattoos.
Yeah.
Some room for your name to be
Yes.
tattooed, and we like that.
precisely.
Would you like someone to get your name tatted on them? Is that like a vibe for you?
Yeah, I love a tattoo. I actually don't mind either
Yeah.
way. If you do, I'm like, ooh, cute.
Yeah. Would you get someone's name tatted on you?
No, unless we had children.
Really?
Absolutely
You know,
not.
maybe I'm crazy because I would do it.
Are you going to get Dammy?
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Full
you're
dammy
very solid
sleeve.
though.
But I just feel like solid or not, I just feel like you just get it removed and it's like, we've already had sex. Like, what's the worst that could happen? A little tattoo.
Imagine if
what
you had
is
a
a tattoo?
tattoo of everyone you'd ever have sex
But
with.
like, I would get a little one.
You've had sex
Good
now, so I'm
luck.
going to have his name tattooed on me.
canvas.
Stamp it
Just
there.
your back. It's just like a list.
I don't know. I feel like it's quite like wholesome and cute, but also
Yeah.
his name begins with D and so does my mum. So I always say if it
Fine.
doesn't work out, then I just be like, oh, it's for my mum.
My best mate did this recently.
Yeah.
She might kill me for saying this, but she
Yeah.
has an initial
Yeah.
of a partner on her.
Yeah.
And they've now broken up. But she was like, it's fine because it's also the initial of her name. I love myself.
Yeah. Do you
Demolished.
have any tattoos, Amy?
No.
You don't. Would you ever?
When I was like 18, Katie Price split up from Peter Andre. She was going to have one from the top of her spine to the bottom, hearts, stars, flowers, swirls. And I was like, I'm going to get that one.
No, not that.
And every time I wear a backless dress, I'm like, thank you for not letting me get it.
I thought you were about to say if only I had my heart, stars,
and
and
now I'm
flowers.
like, thank God I didn't get one.
I started off saying, I don't want any tattoos. I actually had a Snapchat memory come up and it was me talking to the camera saying, I'll never get a tattoo.
Really?
Here I am, 5
And here
down.
you are,
I
see?
hope I don't regret them.
I just see it as a little diary
Yeah.
of how I'm feeling at that time.
And I do agree, once you get one, you do actually get addicted because I actually like now every time, like, oh, I want another one, I want another one.
Yeah.
I actually do.
We digress, as usual.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just do a little recap of the drama. So, Kieran is coupled up with Harriet.
Yep.
Nicole is coupled up with Sean.
Yeah.
Samantha is coupled up with Joey. But they want a wife swap.
Yes.
So, Kieran and Nicole wanted to go for a chat. They wanted to go somewhere private. They went to the hideaway. Harriet, furious.
Yep.
Crying. Samantha comforted her.
Yeah.
The next day, Harriet goes to Samantha and goes, just so you know, I'm going to pull Joey, Samantha's partner, for a chat and I'm going to take him to the hideaway just to get back at Kieran. So Samantha was like, you're really petty.
Yeah.
Yes.
And she went, no, babe, not doing it to be petty, just doing it for revenge purposes.
Yes.
It now seems that was somewhat of a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah. It was indeed petty.
That wasn't true.
Also, the night before, Nicole had been very upset because Harriet had really given her daggers.
Yes.
So then when Samantha told Nicole, she was like, what?
Mouth
It was
open.
she was catching flies for 5 whole minutes.
Yeah.
Harriet just put me.
Yeah.
And was like, I just want to let you know before I do it, but I'm going to take Joey the hideaway. So I was like, oh yeah. And she was like, because obviously I want to get back at Kieran. And I just went, that's so petty. I was like, I went, don't be petty.
Get back at Kieran.
It's a childish move.
She said she
She's
wanted
with him now.
Yeah, she'll never Joey.
What do you think about the whole situation? Like, do you think Harriet was wrong for going to Samantha and saying that?
I don't think she's wrong for going and saying that. I feel like don't use Joey as a pawn in your game. And like we said earlier, I really like the fact that when Samantha told Joey, he just went, I'm not here for that, really.
Yeah.
Harriet, she's a dancer, she's a performer. She's used to being the centre of attention. Maybe she really didn't like the fact that Kieran and Nicole, and I mean, he told Harriet that he preferred her to Nicole, but I think now Harriet's behaviour potentially could lead him into the arms of Nicole and she could end up on her own. And now Uma's there, the next recoupling, there are now more girls than boys. The next recoupling, a girl will be left single, and it's like you might have messed out for yourself.
Yeah, I agree. I do think Harriet has shot herself in the foot a little bit. But as we were talking about earlier, I feel like Kieran going into the hideaway with Nicole and her literally not knowing what's happening in that hideaway brings into that whole sort of like fear of unknown.
Yeah.
So they've gone into the hideaway. She doesn't know what the chat's about. She don't know how flirtatious it is. So she's thinking, oh my God, he's trying to mug me off. Yeah. So now she's got a backup and it's like fight or flight kind of situation. I do appreciate the fact that she did tell Samantha, look, I'm going to pull Joey for a chat. But what I do think was a little bit like, don't use my man as a pawn in your little game.
It was like she said to you, I'm going to pull Joe for a chat. She's like, oh, that's really, really lovely. And then she went, get back at him. Oh, no, okay.
Because I think also that's not fair on Joey Essex, because like if he was to find that out, which he did, also in his defense, it's like, okay, so do you like me or are you using me to just get back at someone because you want to be paid?
Can I say how hilarious it is that the whole world is like Nicole, Kieran, Harriet, Samantha, Joey Essex.
You can't drop the Essex.
All one word.
You can't.
Yeah.
To me, that's his government name.
Yeah, he's Joey
You
Essex.
can't,
I don't even know what his real last name is.
That is his real last name.
No.
It's not.
His sister is Frankie Essex.
He's called Joey Essex and he's from Essex.
Yes.
That can't be
You're
real.
lying.
His full name is Joey Donald Essex.
There's no way. Drop the mic.
Drop the
mic.
That's crazy.
I love that for him.
Yeah.
I thought it was genius marketing, but that's his name.
Wow. So he
Fine.
was meant to be a Towie boy. Like,
exactly.
it's literally written in the stars.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Samantha said to Harriet, your behaviour is very petty, but we're all in here for ourselves. And I think, do you think that was a dig?
I think it was a dig.
Yeah.
But, fair play, because it is, Love Island, but
I
it's also
love
like,
Samantha,
it's a little like
I think
throwaway comment.
She handles everything with like the perfect amount of grace and sass.
Yeah.
She was basically like, I'm going to let you know that I think this is petty.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
You're going to do it anyway. Cool. She went, I'm going to give you a hug, but as I leave, I'm going to say, all in it for ourselves.
You know?
And I went,
I loved her running throughout the villa last night.
Catch up with everyone. It's like because she's got cute little legs. She like trying to catch up to everybody.
There's not far to go. Like you will catch up with them eventually, but I loved her commitment to the cause of like looking after people.
You're, like,
that she
running
did the
after
weird
her.
run in the heels. I loved it.
But this is why I think it's even more, just deep that Harriet made out like she was only going up there to
Ponzi.
speak to Joey to make Kieran jealous. But then the minute she got up there, she was like, yeah, I'm not going to lie, this situation with Kieran has made me realise you're my type.
But then also, is that even true? Because if Kieran didn't go into the hideaway with Nicole, would she ever say this to Joey Essex? But then we also had her spanking him with the little whippy whip.
Yeah.
So
With the whip. She did like him the
Yeah, she's
previous
always
episode.
had a bit of a
But then I
Mm.
feel like I'm loving at the moment. They're all like, I really hope he picks me. I'm so glad he didn't pick me.
Big
flipping,
flip-flops.
flossing.
Yeah.
I think because nobody wants to get pied by Joey Essex. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Was it not Nicole saying, I kissed Joey Essex?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? No one wants to get pied. So as
Joey
soon as they see him
Essex.
doing his own thing, I'm so glad he didn't pick me,
Yeah.
Wasn't interested anyway. Yeah, Samantha was being a little bit, do you know what? I don't think she had any malicious intent when she went to go and tell Kieran what Harriet did. But do we think that was necessary from her? Do we think it was her business to say anything? Because Harriet came to her as a girl and was like, look, I'm going to go and speak to Joey at 6.
One thing that I've found when I was in there, and I think a lot of people have said as well, is you make friends as well. So it's like, do you want your friends to look like mugs? Because as well, then that puts your friendship in jeopardy, because if you know something and you don't speak up and they find out that you knew, then it's like, I thought we were supposed to be friends. And people having your back in that villa is so important as well.
I would have done that if I was her. I really don't think it was malicious.
Yeah.
One, she was a scorned woman at that point.
Yeah.
And she was kind of like, do you know what? I don't give a rat's anymore. I'm going to go and tell Kieran exactly what her game is here.
Yeah.
I don't think it was malicious. I think she was just being, what you were saying, almost like a heads up. I think that's happened because she's trying to make you jealous.
Because also Harriet did say, didn't she, to Samantha, my closest people in here are you and Nicole. So they're obviously like a little trio.
Yeah.
And maybe she sees that maybe Kieran and Nicole would be a good couple together. So wants to maybe give him the green light to say, you know, don't worry about Harriet. Like, she is playing the game.
Yeah.
So if you like Nicole, crack on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, also Samantha, she was a little bit upset that Harriet did decide to use Joey for her little Ponzi scheme get that game.
Yes, yeah.
Do we think that was a valid point? Because in Samantha's opinion, she was like, you know what, you could have literally chosen anyone. Which I kind of understand, because if Samantha's saying to Harriet, look, you're one of my closest mates in here, why are you using my boyfriend for your little Ponzi scheme?
But she's using him because she actually does fancy him.
Exactly. And that's where I feel like it becomes disingenuous.
That's where she's made a real blunder here. Yeah. She's gone about it all the wrong way and it's become a shambles.
Yeah.
What she should have done is, if she was a mate of Samantha's, she should have gone up to her and said, do you know what? I am slightly keeping my options open.
Yes.
And I would like to get to know Joey, I think. I want to let you know.
Yeah.
Girl to girl.
Keep it
blah, blah,
zap.
blah.
Yeah.
Not done the petty bit.
Yeah,
she
and
could've
then
left
at
that.
least that's transparent.
Yeah.
So Samantha's got quite a poker face.
Yeah.
I wonder if she's gone up to Samantha and said, you know, I'm going to take Joey to the hideaway. Samantha sat there with her sunglasses on like this. And she's like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? It's only to make Kieran jealous. Don't worry, I don't fancy Joey. She's thought on her feet. And now it's snowballed into this huge thing.
And now it's a web of lies.
It's a web of lies. And she's like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
You know what? That potentially could be true. When Kieran actually did put her for a chat and was like, okay, what were you talking with Joey about in the hideaway? She was like, I weren't being petty. I wasn't doing it to get back at you. I didn't do it just because you went in there. When in actual fact, that is exactly why she did it, because that is exactly what she said to Samantha. So she wasn't even being honest to Kieran.
Yeah.
She's in Charlotte's Web.
I would love a new format point, the lie alarm. So basically, she sits there and says to Kieran, I didn't do it out of spite. I didn't do it to be petty. And then Kieran's phone goes off. He's like, I've got a text, and it's the video.
And it's the video.
Of her saying
If you don't become a producer next year, I swear down. I swear they are missing a trick.
Every single time it happens, they get sent the video and they're like, this you?
This you?
This you?
Yeah,
Did you say this?
So obviously Patsy opened up to Mum Veer about her disability. I thought it was really lovely. I mean, we've been going back and forward about whether or not they're a friendship alliance or a potential couple. But I think the fact that out of everyone in that villa, she chose him to open up to about it showed that she obviously respects him a lot. And whether or not anything romantically does happen, they have that real mutual respect for each other.
He said something that was quite nice. He said, in a world full of forks, be a spoon.
Come on, Mum Veer.
It's cute. I've never heard that bar before, but I feel like it's him just being different.
It's just reiterating that it's not a
Yeah.
bad thing to stand out, which I think is so nice.
I think that's really nice of him. Really, really nice.
That was nice of him. When he said he was interested in getting to know other people, slightly less nice.
Fine.
Fine.
I'm really upset about that, by the way, because I'm getting the vibe that Patsy really wants to get to know him.
Yeah.
But I also think Patsy's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is great.
I really love her, and she really took it on the chin, but she was like, she said straight up, I'm not getting the vibe that you are interested in this.
This is why I think they are the OG friendship alliance, because when she was telling him about her disability, he was so engaged and he was so there for her. When it came to that romantic stuff, he was looking anywhere but at her.
God, yeah.
He was literally like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, who's around? Who can I talk to?
Yeah.
And she was there like, da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah. She went, getting the vibe that you're not into this, and he was like, oh, what?
What makes you think that?
Oh, no. I was like, come on, Mum Veer, man. Like, this isn't GCSE drama.
Yeah.
Like, we need to drop it. If you're going to be mates, let's nip that in the bud now so that everyone can move on and find their people.
They should. I feel like he's got a lot of code words. Even him like saying, oh, you know what? I love how chilled you are about this, about me, you know, getting to know other people. It's like, no, don't actually find code words to call me a mug. Thanks, you know? Because
And now I can't be anything but chilled because
Yeah,
you've told me
that
you have
chill.
manifested that I am chilled.
And then when she said something like, I'll be chilled about it, but I just went, look, he got a bit like, oh, come on, kind of vibe.
Yeah.
And it's like,
That's
that was
such
a bit
a
like,
like, I'm trying to tell you
Yeah,
that I
that I
want
do
to
actually
chat to you.
like you. Yeah.
Like, why aren't you listening?
You know what? I think it is what it is. I feel like Patsy shouldn't waste any more time
No.
with him.
Yeah.
If he's actually giving you the friend zone,
It's
okay.
quite hard week one though because
Yeah.
there's a very limited pool of people in there.
Yes.
And if you don't fancy anyone, it's like, okay, so we've just had Joey come in, now we've had Uma come in. So it's like, hopefully another boy next. But it's now like, okay, when's he coming?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like the
yeah.
first week it's very much like everyone is fighting
Yeah.
for a spot because as we saw, we had Sam leave.
Yeah.
And in that first week, it's very much if you're not really coupled up or you're not got something
Yeah.
going on, you're out there.
Yeah.
Manveer though, not being funny or anything. Like, who else are you actually
Nothing
got?
good comes after not being funny or
Yeah.
anything. I knew that was like,
No.
where's your lady then,
Yeah,
Manveer?
yeah, because you're giving my bad B Patsy the whole
Yeah.
like, oh, you know, you're so chill and
Yeah.
you know, whatever. But who's your second option, mate?
Because if you
There
go
is
for the
no-
girls, we've got Jess, who I love getting to know Ronnie. You've got Samantha and Joey. You've got Harriet and everyone. No, Harriet and Kieran, but also potentially Harriet and Joey. Nicole and Kieran.
Yeah.
So then you've got Sean on his own, Manveer on his own, Patsy on her own.
You've got Ayo and Mimii,
Ayo and
obviously, but then
Mimii, yeah.
Uma's come in.
Oh, but then
Yo.
Lord knows because Uma's
Lord
going to
knows.
shake things up.
But if it comes to a recoupling and she has to choose, it will either be Ayo or Joey Essex.
Yeah.
But I feel like it will be Ayo because I feel like Joey, he's kind of locked in with Samantha. You know?
Yeah.
I feel like he really likes her and they're getting along.
Yeah.
But,
I would not speak
No,
too soon.
you know, I wouldn't either. So we will find out
Yeah.
tonight.
We'll find out tonight. Well, thank you, Ash, again for joining us. What a lovely morning. And we've got another one tomorrow.
I
We
can't
have.
wait.
It's been great, guys. You know what? You guys always get my morning going, you know?
Yeah. I
know.
It's a great start.
It's a great start to the day.
The Powerpuff Girls. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
I feel like we're putting the world to rights on this couch.
Yeah, like,
It's
I'm ready
so
to start
great.
my day every
Yes.
day after this podcast. Like,
Same.
I'm ready to just go and give good chats. I think we should cheers to it.
Yes,
Yeah,
let's cheers to it.
clink,
Clink, clink.